Maybe we got there. Mr. Shupp, can you hear me? No, we're in the same boat. Good afternoon, Ms. Bauer.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. And I meant to change my name to legal aid. Sorry about that.
You're fine. I also have the afternoon of June 14th. Because I'm gone on the 9th and the 12th, we're using Wednesday the 14th.
Okay.
But I'm struggling here. I've got a telephone number that they don't respond. I've got Mr. Shupp, who is up. He needs to unmute his microphone. All right, Mr. Shupp, can you hear me? And I don't know who the phone number is. I thought maybe it was him. Lisa, I don't know your last name. I don't mean to presumptuous, but is he at?
That is correct, yes.
It's Miss Wilkins, Your Honor, Lisa Wilkins.
All right. I believe, is that house at the corner of Wood Street and 6th Avenue?
Yes, that's correct.
That belonged to some people named the Lascos. And she had a beauty shop in the back called Ruth's Beauty Porch. So the back portion of that house had a beauty salon in it. Is there any vestige of that still there?
No, just the back porch, and I figured that's what was there, but I wasn't sure, so you just clarified that.
It was called Ruth's Beauty Porch many years ago, like 90, no, about 60, 55. Now he's there sitting in a chair, rocking on the porch. Could you unmute your microphone, please?
Your Honor, as I'm looking, that 1244 number is Shupp's as well. I just checked my phone to see what his number was.
Mr. Shupp, can you hear me by telephone? So we're 0 for 2. All right, now I heard something. Could you unmute your microphone?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, hallelujah.
Sorry, Your Honor. It's been a minute since I've done a Zoom.
All right, well, let me, oh, darn it, I just muted him, which was a mistake. I wanted to rename him Stuart Shupp. All right, Mr. Shupp, I accidentally muted your microphone. Did you unmute it?
There we go.
All right, let's pretend we're in a court hearing and you're not sitting on your porch enjoying your afternoon. Put your cigarette out. All right, good afternoon. This is Judge Middleton and we're here at the 3B District Court. We're off to a little bit of a late start. We burned 6 minutes waiting for Mr. Shupp, but he is here. This is MLJL LLC versus Stuart Shupp and any other occupants. Mr. Shupp, as a defendant in a landlord-tenant proceeding, including non-payment of rent, termination of tenancy, or other premises actions, you have the following legal rights. You have the right to obtain counsel for representation in this matter. If you cannot afford an attorney, a legal aid attorney may be available to help you. You have a right to a trial by a jury or by the court. If the action is for non-payment of rent, we would take a different course of action, but this is a termination of tenancy action. Your landlord wants you to move. If the plaintiff is agreeable, the Citizens Mediation Services, Inc. may be available as a possible source of case resolution. If both parties are agreeable to mediation, the court can help set that up. If you do reach an agreement with the plaintiff and a consent judgment is entered by the court, you would waive the rights listed above, but have the following additional rights. The judgment may not be enforced until 3 business days had passed. You could move to set aside the judgment within those 3 days if you misunderstood what you consented to or what you were waiving. Your motion to set aside the judgment would be set for a hearing before the judge, but if the judge did not find in your favor, the original judgment would stand. Attorney Christine Yancey is here on behalf of your landlord. And there was a lease in the file which started January of 2022 and appears, no, January of 23. And I wasn't clear on the terms. This is Legacy Sober House, and your landlord is asking you to move. Ms. Yancey, what's the premise here?
Yes, Your Honor, this is a week-to-week rental, and based on some no tolerance provisions within this lease, that's why we're asking for the termination of tenancy.
Mr. Shupp, what's your position?
I just lost my job, Your Honor, and I've been trying to get a job ever since. And I just kind of got into a state of depression a little bit.
Well, have you made any provision to try to move?
No, I don't have anything. I start a job tomorrow, but I don't have anything right now. I'm in the process of trying to get a tent or something to put up.
Well, the law requires that I adjourn this for 7 days. And 7 days from today would be June 12th. But I won't be here on June 12th, so we're going to June 14th. Christine, does that day work for you?
It does,
So
Your Honor.
Wednesday after.
At what time would you do that? I have a facilitative conference with front of the court for the client in person at 1:30 on that day.
All right, well, let's find a date. I could go later, 3 o'clock or even 3:30 if that works for you.
3 o'clock will work fine, Your Honor.
All right. We'll continue this to 6/14/23 at 3 p.m. Mr. Shupp, your landlord
Yes,
is
Your Honor.
asking you to move for violation of house rules. They're not really asking for money. Meg Bauer from Legal Aid is here on the feed with us following this. She's not representing you, but I did give the information about how to contact Legal Aid. But the house has certain rules, and this is a week-to-week tenancy. And they're asking you to move, and they have been asking you since they served a notice to quit back in May.
Oh, I didn't
So-
know that I was being kicked out for not following the house rules.
Well, they're just
told
being
for
kicked
money.
out because it's a week-to-week tenancy, and they served a notice to quit back in April. I'm not sure exactly what the reasons are.
Okay.
But there's some hint of that in the pleadings.
Oh,
If he'd like to speak to legal aid, Judge, I can speak with him in a breakout room to get him information for getting in contact with us and applying.
All right, Mr. Shupp, are you able, he's not real proficient at this. If I set up a breakout room, are you gonna be able to join it? It
Yeah,
might be simpler to, all right, you can?
yeah, I'll be able to join it.
All right, let's try it. Hit the button that says join.
Okay, thanks, Judge.
Well, let's finish with Mr. Shupp and then we'll deal with them. Um, Mr. Shupp, you had an opportunity to
Yeah,
meet
Your
with
Honor.
legal aid. This matter is continued to June 14th at 3 o'clock by Zoom once again. Do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor, that's it.
All right, I'll see you then. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Those ceiling fans give me vertigo. Stacy, can you hear? Good afternoon, Christine,
Good afternoon.
Ms. Wilkins.
Hello.
We've had a lot of dead air. I've been waiting for an hour and 45 minutes for another case. We did some stuff in the meantime, but now the clock is ticked around to 3 o'clock, which is time for MLJL LLC versus Stuart Shupp. This is a property at Three Rivers. We were here on June 5th, and because of the way the schedule went, we adjourned this for 2 weeks. It was filed as a termination of tenancy action. The defendant indicated he didn't have any place to go. And this was Legacy House, and there were a number of reasons why they wanted him to vacate. It is 3 o'clock. He's not here. Miss Wilkins, is he still there?
Yes, as far as I know.
Christina, you're simply going to ask for a default?
Yes, Your Honor, we are. We've already submitted our judgments.
Yeah, I've got it here. I find that the plaintiff has a right to recover. Don't usually do landlord tenant on Wednesdays. 10 days from a Wednesday is a Saturday. So this is gonna go out to June 26th as a move out date. That's the first business day. No money judgment is entered. Our next case is at 3:15, so we got